Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it once again. Decided to jump on live, man. It's been a minute since I've gone live on the YouTube, and what makes it even better, man, they make these things less complicated when it comes to going live, man, because you have to go through OBS, this, that, and the third. Now you could jump off right off the laptop. So, yo, we Gucci, we good. So, yo, I just want to salute to everybody jumping on, yo. How disrespectful. I'm like Takashi jumping on the mic. You know, I'm chewing my gum. How dare I? But anyway, what's good, everybody, man? Yo, listen, there's a lot of viewers from, you know, I mean, being Jets fans to Patriots fans to, I mean, just football fans. And we salute you for jumping on and saluting your boy and the whole BF team on the things that we're doing. So salute to y'all. So I'm just here saying what's up. You know what I mean? Showing the face, you know what I mean? Answering questions, this, that, and the third. And you know what I mean? What's good, man? Happy Easter to everybody. Let's pop it. Let's get it popping, man. Just got to get my situation together. So right now, man, listen, at the end of the day, there's been a lot of quarterback talk. It just seems to be the hot topic on everybody just wants to talk about quarterback and what we're going to do. And that makes sense. It makes complete sense. I mean, for a team that has been missing on that position for such a long time, it's got to be one of the focal points, one of the things that we got to talk about the most, right? But the problem with that is we hit on quarterback. Let's just say we pick whoever, and I'll get to some of the questions as I go. We got a lot of holes to fill, man, especially on O-line, D-line, and linebacking. I think linebacking is probably the biggest need on this team other than the quarterback position. But, I mean, once you hit the quarterback position, that quarterback position can mask a lot of holes. Ask the Patriots how they've been doing. That defense, although they're a very bend but not break type defense, you know what I'm saying? So, like, but when you have a quarterback like him, like Tom Brady, it allows you to mask, right? It allows you to go up on certain teams and allows your defense to pin ears back and just go after the quarterback. You have to strategically play D. You know what I'm saying? Just get after that quarterback because you know you have forced them to pass. So now your situation is completely changed, right? I'm answer questions as I go. Let me see what we got here. Baker Mayfield seems to be the hot topic. Actually, you know what? Before let me ask you this though. Right now, if you guys are not following the Facebook page on the closed group, we have the Buffalo Fanatics Facebook page. Hit it up, and we have our like page as well. And one of the questions that I asked the other day was, if you are to choose a quarterback between Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen, because it seems those two names seem to be being linked to the Bills, which one would you rather? Which one is more of a Buffalo guy? You know what I mean? Everybody knows that the city of Buffalo is blue collar. First of all, I'm not American. I'm Canadian. But I've been to Buffalo, and that there's an atmosphere of all people from Buffalo. And I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you right now, is one of the better football cities. I don't know much about the city other than that, but a football city, man, nobody rides for their squad like Buffalo Bills people. People is better suited for Buffalo. You want the quiet, you know what I mean, kid from Wyoming, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Humble, just, you could just tell he's a country boy. Country boys are completely different. And then you got a Baker that's more, you know what I mean, confident in himself, but he's got every right to be confident because he's earned every chance he gets to speak on something. He's earned it because he's a walk-on. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was given to the man. So he's proud of what he's done. You can't hate on that. I mean, shoot, I feel the Bills are more slated to jump on and grab Allen. I just feel for some reason they love Allen. I don't know what it is, but if Baker can come to the Bills, that offense changes completely. And nothing better than having a Baker Mayfield with a coach that just came from Alabama and has had success. So you can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So let me jump on and read some of your comments here real quick. Describe Tyrod Taylor in one word. Safe. I'm being nice. And safe could be a lot of things, man. He's too safe. Safe enough that he doesn't want to take chances downfield. Safe enough that he won't take chances and he'll take the sack instead. Safe enough that he'll rather run and trust his abilities to run rather than trust the guys around him. So I'll say safe. I don't want to. I'm gonna try to be positive on this this Easter Sunday. Baker Mayfield to Buffalo. A lot of people like that. Linebacker, receiver in the first. Lamar or Rudolph in the second. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think a lot of people are really not giving Lamar they're not giving this guy an opportunity to really like just be him. You know what I'm saying? Every opportunity anybody gets to scrutinize and to pick him apart, they do. I think he gets picked apart the most rather than everybody else, but I think it's because he's doing things completely different. No agent. That's number one. So teams are a little frustrated because they can't get a hold of him like they want to, or get a hold of his agent, or that, and the third. So they already don't like that. Oh, they're already talking like, oh, if he's doing this, yo, listen, he's doing things different. And just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong. That's just my opinion. Let me see what we got here. Big Mac 55 says Sam Darnold is a bust and Baker is going to be a Johnny Manziel 2.0. I don't know about that. Sam Darnold, I'm not hating on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, you know what I mean? When it comes to it, he comes to play. Just by watching the film, when it comes to it, he comes to play and he'll make plays. That's what it comes down to in the NFL, man. Can your guy make plays? Can your quarterback make plays? Can that tailback, when you need him to close out, can he make plays? Can he bust that 60-yard run to ice the game? You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. Can that cornerback shut down that the receiver? You have to have guys that are ready to roll. Michael Saviano says Baker Mayfield will be a perfect fit for Bills Mafia. Here's the thing. You get a Baker Mayfield to Buffalo, you have a guy that's going to ride for that city. You know what I'm saying? I just feel it. You could just see it with his personality. You know what I'm saying? And nothing better than Bills Mafia rocking for him and him rocking for Bills Mafia. That'd be a nice, perfect match. Chip on his shoulder. Nobody wanted me to give me a scholarship. I had to walk on and get my own thing. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I can see that working, man. I could really see that working for Buffalo, man. Like I tell you, Bills Mafia and Fanatics, whenever we get a guy that we like, we ride for them 100%. But boy, if we don't like you, facts. That is facts. I'll tell you that right now. What do we got here? Let me see. Bills Mafia 315 says, I would take one of the top 4 available at 12. But which one specifically? Because a lot of people are telling me that Darnold is gone and Rosen's gone. But I'm not quite on board with thinking that Rosen's a legit gone, because that number 2 spot is going to be the most important. What the hell do the Giants do with that number 2 spot? Lance Ray, man, I apologize if I'm butchering your names, man. I'll just say Lance. Sutton opposite K. Benjamin with Zay in the slot plus Shady and fix the LB core. Let me ask you guys this, though. There's chatter amongst Bills fans that say that in order for us to get our franchise guy and move up in the draft, we have to give up a guy like Shady. I personally don't think you give up a guy like Shady, but he's almost 30 years old and he's this, that, and the third. Listen, production speaks louder than your age. If you're producing on the field and you are a game changer, you make things happen, it's a game. Like, let's go back to the Colts game. Let's go right back to the Colts game. We don't have Tyrod at the time. We have Nate Peterman, which I'm confident in Nate Peterman. And then Nate Peterman gets hurt. So who's in? Joe Webb. Joe Webb isn't at quarterback. Joe Webb makes an incredible pass to my man Deontay Thompson, right? So y'all already know exactly what it is. Then we go into overtime. What did it take for us to win that game? A 45+ yard run by Shady to ice the game. Not all tailbacks can do those things, man. You need a special person behind center. You need a special person behind that quarterback. So you don't just get rid of guys like Shady. But that's the notion that's going out there. You could just pick up any running back and he'll just take over and give you 1,000 yards. Sometimes it's not about that 1,000 yards, man. It's about, can you count on that guy to make that block? Can you count on that guy to run routes at the same time? You know what I mean? Split them outside. Shady is a special cat, man. I'm telling you. Chad Thunderrock says, nope, Baker. Lamar will go to the Saints or Chargers. I just hope Lamar goes to a team that has plans for him and will use him in the quarterback position, because that boy can be a big star. And people are going to be like, damn, man, we should have grabbed him. Or he could be a big bust. Who knows, man? Who knows? Kale Mancino says, I have a feeling we're rolling with Rudolph. He has the blue-collar mentality and has the best deep ball percentage to go deep. I don't want to compare him to JP Lossman. I really don't. But I'm going to tell you why I bring JP Lossman, because JP Lossman loved the deep ball. You know what I'm saying? He loved the deep ball. So it gives you that excitement. But at the same time, JP Lossman at times will be wildly inaccurate and make bad decisions, especially when stuff is in his face. Now, Rudolph seems to manipulate the pocket very well. He's got pretty decent feet in the pocket, and he doesn't shy away from when the pressure's on his face. So that portion I do like. And if we can wait into the second round and pick up a Rudolph, and we can shore up our defense with linebackers at 12 and 22, listen, I'm on board with that too. I'm on board. Listen, at the end of the day, as a Buffalo Bills fan, I want my quarterback, the next quarterback that we got that's going to be starting, to just do two things, man. Just move the chains and score points. That's all I want you to do. Move the chains. And if you're moving the chains in the air, great. You're moving on your feet, great. Just move the chains so we're not stagnant, not going 3 and out like we're used to with the old dude, right? You know what I'm saying? So if we could do that, that's baller, man. I'll take that. Justin Trotter says Broncos are also a wild card. Who knows what they do? You know who else is a wild card, but people aren't really talking about? The Dolphins. I'm not so sure the Dolphins are dead set on peek up into the top 10 somewhere and trying to flub the whole thing. Even the Cardinals. I mean, they don't have that many picks, but look for them to make a difference too. So we're not so, I don't want to say safe. We're in a good position right now at 12 rather than being at 21. But are we comfortable enough to sit at 12? Because we know even though the Dolphins are ahead of us at 11, they can move up and kind of really screw this whole thing up. So keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind. JP Lossman, haha. Oh, dude, trust me. I know. Trust me. Sam Mazza, do you think Buffalo is going to move up on draft day? 2 picks, the first 2 picks happen. How they happen and who they end up taking, right? So I don't know if the Browns all of a sudden they take Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? That completely throws everything off. So now we got to start scrambling. But if things fall into place for teams that really want their guy, we may have to just chill and wait at 12. But it all depends on what happens in the first 2 picks, in my opinion. Let me see what we got here. Itch Riley says, "What's up, Rico? What's going on, people? What's going on, everybody?" Let me see what we got here. Lance says, keep Shady, but with the rest with him going to make our keep Shady, but with the rest with him going to make our QB better. Just trust the playbook and his guys to throw. We do need to trade up for a QB. That's going to be an interesting battle this year, this offseason. I think it's going to be very interesting what happens with those two. Yes, the rookie is going to come in and do what he's got to do, but that battle between McCarron and Peterman should be interesting depending on what McDermott and Dable want to do with that rookie. Do they want to sit that rookie regardless and have him sit and do nothing? Or does that rookie become a Russell Wilson and defy the odds and beat out the incumbent starter? So in that case, if you guys remember the Seattle Seahawks, they had Matt Flynn, they had Jackson, and they had Russell Wilson. And Flynn was supposed to be the guy. They just paid him big bucks. And then open competition. And all of a sudden, Russell Wilson took that position and said, I'm that guy. So they had no choice but to move on from Flynn. So could this happen this year with the Bills? I hope so. I hope that rookie comes in and shows who's boss and takes over. But if he doesn't, we got 2 guys that's going to be battling this offseason. So it should be very interesting. Josh, what's going on, my man? Let me see. Carlos Malgilat. Damn, I don't want to mess your name up, man. Rico, $20 says that Malachi Dupree comes out of nowhere and is a surprise this season. Remember, you said he was part of the problem. I did say that, but I only said it because I had to choose between Malachi Dupree and Brandon Riley. Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate that. And I replay that in my mind because I'm like, I like Malachi Dupree. I think he'd be all right. I think he'd be a good piece to our team. He plays inside and he plays outside. And he's going to have some competition, but I also like Brandon Riley. And between those 2 guys, Brandon Riley came really close to making that team last year. And then they put him on the practice squad. Actually, he made the 53, and then they put him on the practice squad. So it is going to be between those 2. If I have to pick, I'd still go Riley because he has that. Chad Thunderrock says, look from what I've read so far, we have up to $70 million cap in 2019. Get a franchise QB this year and build around him after. I'm in agreement with that. And this is one of my theories that I brought up earlier this year was, listen, we're going to have, I think, between 80 to 100 in cap space next year. So bump all this hoping to wait till 12. Just go up, give up everything you need to get that quarterback that you actually want, not settling for anything. Give the one that you actually want. Then boom. Next year, start paying money to anybody and everybody. I just don't know how strong the free agent class next year is going to be. I haven't looked that far into it, but that's definitely a theory, man. Get the guy you want this year, and build what you got around him next year. Oh, start filling in and just paying big money to big guys that know how to do work. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Let me see what we got. John Patrick says Allen or Lamar. If I were to choose between Allen or Lamar, I'm taking Lamar all day. They both have the same percentage, the completion percentage, and one is way more athletic than the other. One has an underrated arm, and I'm talking about in Lamar Jackson. But you can't even hate on Josh Allen. That guy's arm is undeniable. That boy can launch a football, and he's athletic. But I'll take instincts from Lamar Jackson with a football in his hand over Josh Allen. If that's just my opinion. And I'll do that all day. Like I said, move the chains, score points. That's all that matters to me. Let me see what we got. Carlos says Dupree has been putting in work this offseason. We're going to find out. We're definitely going to find out. Justin Schwartzier says, if we're talking wide receivers, I have hopes for Rod Streeter. Rod Streeter is going to be an interesting one this year. I'll tell you that much. He was slated to make that team last year, man, until he got hurt. And then we put him on the injured reserve. Then we released him. He's got every opportunity to come back on the squad and make noise. But 1 year makes a difference, man. 1 year makes a difference. He may come this offseason and really just be ass. He may be just trash, and nobody wants anything to do with him. So 1 year makes a difference, man. You're 1 year injured. That's why some of these guys, when they get hurt, they forced to play and stay on the field, because you get cold or your name is not relevant anymore. Somebody else jumps in, and boom, you're irrelevant. It's that quickly for you to become irrelevant. The fact that they signed him again, he has an opportunity to show his name. So let's see what Rod Streeter could do this year. Let me get Justin Thompson. Did the Bills actually trade Zay Jones? Hell no. That's an April Fool's joke, my man. They start next year over Peterman if we drafted late QB in this year's draft. Not that I'd rather have McCarron start, but I wouldn't be opposed to McCarron starting. However, I truly believe in Nate Peterman, man. I really do. And I think he'll have his full opportunity this offseason to really compete to be the starting quarterback. I've been saying it since last year, man. If y'all gave Peterman a chance, he would have done good things for us. And I think I don't say that we wouldn't be drafting quarterback, but it wouldn't be as prevalent as it is right now. But I think it's gonna be a good battle, and I'm not sleeping on either one. But especially don't sleep on MPP. Don't sleep on that man. Let me see what we got. Let me see. The Raging Gamer says Jester, way late round underrated receiver. Jester. I gotta look that up. I don't know who Jester is. So I'm gonna put that. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. Actually, Jester. I'm gonna write that down and look up, because there's a few guys I still got to do homework on this offseason. So Jester is one of them that I'm gonna look into. And this guy named Dean Kane, or I think his name is Dion Kane, that I gotta look into as well. Some people were talking about this Kane cat from Clemson, so I'll look into that as well. The Boss 14 says, "Let's go Bills." You damn right. Fit Lane Fitness Health, whatever your name is, draft best player available if we don't trade for Rosen. Is Rosen that guy? Is Rosen really that nice? I mean, I know he's good. He's good, but is he like that guy? Is he? Because right now, if you look at all the big four, the big five in quarterbacks, we'll just say big four because everybody's hating on Lamar Jackson. So we'll take Lamar Jackson out there. So the big four is Allen, Darnold, Rosen, and Mayfield. So, but thing is, like a lot of people have those guys just all over the place. Baker's number one, Darnold's number one, Allen's number one, Rosen's number one. There's a lot of teams that there's not one quintessential number one guy. So is Rosen really that nice? I don't know, man. But one of the homies did a mock draft and had Rosen falling to the Bills with a trade up because the Giants decided to go with Allen instead. Be on the lookout, man. I don't think the Giants are that sold on taking a running back. And if they do take a quarterback, I think they would rather have Allen than Rosen. And don't forget, Gettleman was part of the Panthers when they drafted Cam Newton. Cam Newton is a big boy, 6'5", 230, 240. I think a little heavier than that. So keep an eye out on that segment there, because the Giants could very well grab a guy like Allen. You just never know. But is he a fit for New York? That's another thing, man. Are you fit for certain places? Rosen might be more fit for New York. Allen might be more fit for Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. You never know. Let me see what we got. Ty Lindemood says Riley and Benjamin with Rudolph or Allen could be huge in the deep game. I do agree, man. Let me tell you this, though. A lot of people were hating on who do we have as quarterback, who do we have as a running back? Excuse me, what am I saying? Who do we have as receiver on this team? People make it seem like we had such trash receivers. Let me ask you this: who the hell were the receivers other than the tight end on the Giants from Ole Miss? That boy was nice, but if you take him apart, who the hell did they have? They had OBJ, but OBJ was done. They had my man from Baby T.O. I don't know why this happens to me all the time, but y'all know who I'm talking about. You had Brandon gone. So, like, who were the receivers on the Giants? So nobody could really say anything. At least we had Kelvin Benjamin. You know what I mean? We had Zay Jones. People knew who Zay Jones was because we drafted him. So it wasn't like we were terrible. It's who was throwing the ball. It was who was throwing the ball. If we have a guy that throws the damn ball, that actually does his job by throwing the ball, our receivers would have made a little bit more noise. But we didn't have that quarterback. So that's exactly what happens when you don't have a guy that can throw the ball consistently. Buffalo Sack Attack says, I wouldn't mind Clark in the second round, the LSU receiver. Clark, I'm going to look him up too as well. Oh, here we go. My kids are going to come in and try to ruin this, but I'm going to try to keep him moving, man. Justin Trier says, he says, Baker, number 1, Lamar, number 2, Allen, number 3, Donald, 4, Rosen, 5. Really? You're going to put Rosen as the 5th? I mean, shoot, everybody's got their opinion on how things roll. So I'm not mad at that either. Everybody's got their opinion on everything, right? Fit Lane says AJ proved himself maybe if we don't trade up. Listen, we don't know anything until it actually happens. Until things start to materialize, we won't know a damn thing. So that's why mini camp is really good. You need your rookie camp to really set up. Pardon me because I'm in my lair and you hear all the water that comes down. Cody Mancino says, I picture Brandon Riley and Nick O'Leary seeing a whole lot of playing time this next season. We do. And don't sleep on us drafting a tight end either, because let's keep it real. Charles Clay is great, and I love Charles Clay. But when you have a guy that doesn't practice 24/7, he's got to take time off to practice. That tells me that you don't have much wear left in those knees. So, and Brandon, I mean, Nick O'Leary is cool, but Nick O'Leary is not that guy. He can be, but he's not that guy. So look for us to try to draft a tight end in this draft as well, and one of the higher touted tight ends as well. So I like the fact that you said Nick O'Leary is going to have a big place this offseason and in this season. I think so too. I think he came on along last year, and I think we'll do big things. I think we will. Cam Jackson says Jackson at 12, Sonny Michel at 22. Yo, you want to go Cam and Sonny Michel? I don't know if we touch. Listen, I don't know if we touch running back, because if you guys remember, we got Marcus Murphy. If you guys remember who Marcus Murphy was, he came on a little bit last year. Marcus Murphy, we brought back Tywan Jones. We brought back what's my man that broke his leg? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Traverse Cadet. So we have some depth at running back. Now they're not young, you know what I'm saying? They're not young. Tywan Jones is up there. Traverse Cadet's like 28, 29, maybe 30. So, like, we don't have youth at running back. So I could see us drafting, but I don't think that early. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. If we can bring in a Sonny Michel, shoot, man, I'm down. I'm down at 22. I'll be questioning it because we got bigger holes to fill. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Colin Gregory, what would be fair trade for OBJ? I mean, it's rare and possible. Well, what do you call it? The Giants, apparently they've calmed down on what they wanted. They wanted 2 first-round picks for OBJ to start off with. And then I think people were like, man, you can bump that. So now they've kind of said, you know what? If you give me a first and a third, we could get the ball rolling. Now, here's the deal. We bring in an OBJ to Bills. Talent-wise, y'all know, to me, he's a top 3 receiver. It goes Julio, not in particular order. Julio, have an opportunity to bring in an OBJ? Absolutely. But you know he's gonna want to pay. You know he's gonna want to get paid. And why did we get rid of Sammy Watkins? We got rid of Sammy Watkins because boy couldn't stay on the field. You couldn't stay on the field. That's number one. And number two, we didn't even pick up his option. His option was like 13, 14 mil. It tells us we didn't want to pay him. So to bring OBJ to Buffalo, you know we're gonna have to open that wallet up and pay. And I don't think we're ready to do that. We'd rather bring in a rookie, have him for 4 years at a very minimal price tag, and keep him moving. And that can still give us great production. Not production like OBJ, but I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. But that's not. I mean, shoot, you can never say no to talent, top 3 talent. But it's also a business, and you got to make business moves. Justin Bartlett says, if we can get number 4. If we can get to number 4, then trade it to the Giants for the 2 spot. They can still grab Chubb. We get a QB. Browns maybe get OBJ. Win-win. All right, I can mess with that. Get to the 4 spot, and then trade it to the Giants. Shoot, we'd have to do something like that early though. We'd have to do it like right now, so then we can start parlaying, in packages. For that, but shoot, I'm not mad at that at all, man. Not mad at that at all. The Raging Gamer says that you think the Bills could use Jerry Hughes as trade bait to get a higher pick in the draft. Jerry Hughes as trade bait. Shoot, everything is possible. Nothing's impossible. I'll tell you that right now. So if we could put, here's the thing: we got Shaq Lawson. We just brought in Trent Murphy. You know what I'm saying? We just brought in Owa Odigizua. Oh, you didn't think I could say that, right? Odigizua. We just brought him in. So we're going to have I don't want to say stacked, but we're going to have a full D-line room. So if we got rid of one, Jerry Hughes could very well be one of them. We save about $3 to $4 million if we do trade him. So it's definitely possible, but you never know, man. You really never know. Anybody's tradable. Nobody's untouchable. I'll put it that way. Cam Jackson says, I predict that Peterman gets cut. Whoa, that's a big prediction. I don't know if that happens. Because right now we're pretty much borrowing AJ McCarron for a year, and then we decide what we want to do with him next year. So I don't know if we can cut Peterman, because then we're going to be right back in the same spot of having 1 quarterback on the roster. Right now we have 2, but at one point we just had Peterman on the roster, right? So I don't know about that. It's crazy to do something like that, but I don't know. Ty Lindemood says Peterman stays. MPP, my man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Chris Bruton says he's crazy. Yeah, he is crazy. He's definitely crazy. You can't cut Peterman. You can't cut Peterman. As much as people want to poo-poo on Peterman, Peterman gave the team a bit of a spark, because it was like, listen, if you're ready to drop Tyrod Taylor week 9 of the season for the unproven 5th round draft pick from Pitt, that tells me that A, you don't have no confidence in Tyrod, and B, you have confidence in Peterman. Maybe that was just not the game to do it. I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Had Peterman not get hurt in that Colts game when he completely lost his mind and dove headfirst and got lit up, he would have remained the starter for the rest of the year, and we would have still made the playoffs with Peterman at the helm. But things happen. We made the playoffs, and that's what it is. But people sleeping on Peterman, man. People sleeping on Peterman. Colin Gregory says there's no way Peterman gets cut. He's only entering his sophomore season. No point in cutting him. He has potential. He has a nice arm and good accuracy if the O-line holds up. Listen, Peterman, believe it or not, Peterman's accuracy, it's 60%. Nothing crazy. He came out of college throwing, for 60, 61%. So nothing, immaculate, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely gives you a better chance. He puts the ball in places that it gives the receiver their chance to make moves and make things happen. So I really highly doubt that Peterman's cut. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to burst your bubble, but I don't think that's happening. MD Lore says he doesn't have potential. Who doesn't have potential? You talking about Peterman? Everybody's got potential, man. Nobody doesn't not have potential. You made it to the NFL. You got potential. You get drafted. You got potential. Chris Bruton says, cut P-Man, then the Pats pick him up, and he tortures us for the next 10 years. That's usually what usually happens. But anyway, we got rid of Jimmy G, and that would have been a problem. So, hey, you never know. Accuracy to the other team. I wanted to touch on, man. I've been going on for half an hour now. What more questions do you guys have based on Bills and positioning and coaching? Are we confident enough that, listen, are you happy if we get a guy like Allen? Are you good with that? Are you good with if we get Baker Mayfield? I'm excellent with Baker Mayfield. That's my top quarterback in this whole draft. Baker Mayfield is number 1. Lamar Jackson to me is number 2. If I remember correctly, I think it was Rosen or Donald. I think it was Rosen number 3. I chose Rosen number 3. But one person that is underrated and I'm not rating them high enough is Rudolph. I like Rudolph. Rudolph is pretty chill. And watching more film and watching him play, he could definitely play, man. And I think he'll be really good this year. I think he'll help out a team whenever his opportunity comes to start, whether it's right away or later on. I think he'll help. I'm just going to take a few more questions, and I'm going to get out of here. I just want to jump on here for like about half an hour or so. Which QB do you think works best under Dable's system? Here, let's put it this way. You had, and forgive me because I don't really watch college ball as much. You know what I mean? When it really matters is when I watch it. But for Alabama, my brother-in-law's from Alabama, so so shout out, Roll Tide. Anyway, but you had Jalen Hurts. I think that's his name. I never thought Jalen Hurts was good. I don't think he's great. But they got that other dude, that Samoan cat. I think it's Samoan or Hawaiian. I don't know. But that guy's nice. And the reason I bring that up is because, A, he's athletic. He's not a big guy. I think he's like 5'11", if that. I was watching Elite 11 where they had a whole bunch of prospects. He was one of them. Rosen was in there. Lamar Jackson was one of them as well. And I can't remember. Anyways, I was watching that, and Rosen wasn't that impressive there, but that I can't remember, 2 or something, whatever his name is, that dude was doing work. Now, I bring that up because Dable, coming fresh off of college and apparently was screaming and shouting for the other guy to come in rather than Jalen Hurts. And finally, when he got his opportunity, that rookie, I don't want to call him rookie, but that young boy came in and did work. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the rest is history. So keep that in mind. So when you have a guy like Dable can take any one of these college guys and address the situation at hand. So can he bring in a college system? Absolutely, he can. Can he bring in an NFL system under center? Yes, he can, because he has experience in the league. He's been an OC for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's been an OC for the Browns. He's been an OC for the Patriots. So, like, dude, and Miami. So he's got experience. So he will be able to work with whatever quarterback that is at hand. I really hope he does well, because we went ahead and picked him quick. So if he's that guy, we got to make sure that he takes the guy. He has say in who the quarterback is that he grabs. So if Lamar Jackson were to be the guy, shoot, I'm sure of it that he can make Lamar Jackson work. If Baker Mayfield's the guy, he can make it work. You know what I'm saying? So I think it makes a very big difference. I think Dable will be a difference maker this year. And I'm just happy we just got rid of old man that we had before. Like, Dennison just wasn't cutting it. Dennison, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna keep it at that. MD Lord says, do you think the Bills need to be more? Where'd you go? I lost your comment, man. Did you need? My bad, man. I just lost your comment. Don't know where it went, but I'm gonna read up to the next one. I think it just went right by me. Oh, there you go. Do you think the Bills need to be more concerned about the wide receiver position? I don't think so. I think they're fine at the wide receiver position. I think we need one more receiver on that team, and he needs to be a deep threat, like a legitimate deep threat. I'm talking about 6 feet, at least 6 feet, 6'1". No, not even. Doesn't have to be that big. 5'11" to 6'1", between that two. And I can run. I need a deep threat. I'm not talking about like just sometimes. I'm talking about all day, every day. You must account for him. If we get that one guy that can do that, I think we're balanced. We have KB, the big red zone threat, big body, can go inside, outside. Then you have your deep threat and whoever we bring in. We did we just signed Kalen Clay again. We got him in trade, but now we signed him back. Zay Jones is he's not a burner. He's like your slot interior guy. So we have the possession receivers / you know what I mean, like possession receivers, big body receivers. We need that guy that can just Percy Harvin deep all day. You got to pay attention. Like, we had Marquise Goodwin. I'm not saying Marquise Goodwin was a star, not in any way, but you had to watch out for Marquise Goodwin, because that boy could run. 4.2 40, he could run. I'm just saying, man. I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting out there. Cody Man says, I watched Peterman play in LA. It looked like he was throwing in a lion's den. Receivers looked like they were used to a lazy ball thrown from them from Tyrod. I want to see NP play under Dable's. Listen, you never know, man. I'm telling you right now, you never know. Peterman could do good things under Dable, or trash, or he doesn't translate. McCarron could come in and light things up. He could light things up, and he's the unquestioned starter, regardless of who the rookie is. The rookie will have to sit there, but you just never know. Sam Mazza says, Dennison was horrible, 1st and goal, and you throw it. I lost all faith in that play calling. Whoa, let's keep it real. The play call was an option. It was either you run the ball or you throw the ball. Tyrod made the decision to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I used to get mad. I used to get mad every time I heard that, but then, you know what I'm saying? If it works, Tyrod and Dennison are geniuses. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, it didn't work. We got a penalty, and it doomed us from there. You know what I'm saying? But damn, did we ever have an opportunity to come in that game and win it? Did we ever have an opportunity to come in and score and make this game interesting? Could you imagine we make it to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years and we win one game? Man, oh man. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Will the Bills make the playoffs next year? Undecided because we don't have a quarterback. Until we get that quarterback, we don't know. And that defense kept us in the game, kept us in the season all year long. And what really helped us was going 5-2. We run 5 games early, and that kept us. And then we went on a 3-game losing streak, and then we came back and rallied and came back and won some games. So are we a shoo-in to make the playoffs? Hell no, we're not. We're definitely not. But we now know what it takes to get there. So we'll be motivated, and we'll make sure that we try to get back there again. Because shit, we belong, damn it. We belong. I'm going to take a couple more questions. I'm going to get out of here. The Raging Gamer says, what do you think on this mock trade? Bills get Broncos 5th. Broncos receive Jerry Hughes, the 22nd pick. Bills early 2nd. Browns 3rd round, and a 6th rounder. Ooh, that's giving up a lot for the 5th pick. Because that 5th pick, think about it. The first 3 picks could easily be quarterbacks. 1, 2, 3 gone. So you trade up to the 5th and give up all that stuff, and the guy that you actually wanted is gone within the first 3 picks. I don't know if I'm about that. So it all depends on what the first 2 picks are. And if the first 2 picks are not what you think they were going to be, and it's in your favor, then you start making phone calls to the Giants, to the Broncos and whoever. If you're going to trade, if you go after OBJ, you're at risk because you don't know if he's going to even come back the following year. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing you got to keep that in mind. I missed some Goodwin. He has improved. Let me put it this way before I get out of here. For people that want to bag on the receivers, right? That we didn't have the receivers, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. Goodwin went onto a team on the Niners and had damn near 60 catches. I'm not sure, almost 1,000 yards receiving. And we had him. Robert Woods goes to the damn Rams as the #1 receiver on the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Doing work. And we had him. Yo, that craziness to me, man. We had Marquise Goodwin. We had Robert Woods. We had Sammy Watkins. And I always thought Sammy Watkins could be super special. Could be special. But he's got a bit of, a soft tissue. He's soft a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Going down every time he catches the ball. This, that, and the third. But anyway, we had those receivers on our team. And we let them do what they do, and they excelled wherever they went. So shoot, it goes to tell you it wasn't really our receiving that was the problem. It was the guy throwing the football. It was this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, listen, thanks for tuning in. I should do this more often. I apologize. I've been doing live on Facebook and so on and so forth, but I'm neglecting my people on the YouTube, man. I can't do that. Can't do that. So listen. Keep tuning in, keep chiming in. Like I said, I put in the section that if you guys have content that you guys would like us to touch on and do videos on, by all means, put that in the comment section. If you guys aren't following us on Instagram, Twitter, if you're not following your boy Real Rico _BF on Twitter, go ahead and follow me. And yo, listen, I'm like 700 followers, man. Yo, get me up to 1,000, boys and girls. Get me up to 1,000 followers. Let's do work. And for those that keep supporting the YouTube page, yo. Channel, subscribe to it, like it, Get the notifications. You'll know exactly when I go on, and all the other fellas that are part of the squad, and we'll do it up big. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, and I'm gone.